Hi, it's Amy. I'm here today to take you through a full body Pilates workout using the loop band. We are going to be using the band to provide some resistance and feedback, especially to our glutes, our arms, our core. We're looking to get the whole body working together to support a healthy low back. I'm going to be using my medium resistance band. You want it to be strong enough to provide some resistance, but not so strong that it limits your motion. So let's go ahead and start with the band right above your knees, around your thighs. We're going to start with a warm-up. So feet are about hip width or a little bit further apart. We're going to start with some squats, sitting the hips backwards, weight in the heels, arms reaching in front of you. We're going to inhale and exhale. Every time you exhale, pull the navel into the spine, lift from the pelvic floor, and then we're going to add on to this. So we're going to inhale, sit back, exhale, kick the left leg to the side. Inhale, sit back, exhale, right leg to the side. Sitting back into the heels in the sit bones, lifting through the low abs, and trying to feel all the work through your hips and glutes. Inhale and exhale. Strong arms, strong legs and abs. Inhale, exhale, kick. Let's go one more at each side. And finished up there. Go ahead and make your way down to your mat for some rollbacks. I'm going to have the feet slightly out in front of me, the heels anchored down, arms up in front of me. Now you're going to maintain an openness of that band. That openness comes right from your glutes, right around your sit bones. You can feel like the band helps you to anchor your sit bones down too. Arms in front of you, and you're going to curl the tailbone under, look into your low abs, and roll back to the mat. Take an inhale, exhale, pull the low abs in, and slowly roll up one bone at a time. If that's a little too challenging for you, you can do this with the support of your hands right here. And just keep it a smaller rollback, and that works just as well. So the whole time that you're rolling back, you're maintaining that press out into the band, feeling your glutes activate, and that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to help you to get a better lift through your pelvic floor, a better contraction of your low abs. It's going to keep you out of your hip flexors. So as long as your sit bones, your heels are pressing down and out into that band, you shouldn't feel a lot of work in your thighs here. Inhale, exhale, slow roll up, bone by bone, always seeing that the navel is drawing into your spine. We've got one more time here, rolling back. The tailbone is spinning back the entire time so that you get your low back down first, and then your shoulder blades. And then reverse that on the way up, maintaining that connection to your band, to your glutes that entire time. Let's add in some rotation. I am going to turn my chest to my left, both hands coming with me. And then as I roll back my left side, I'll bring that left arm back and close it to the right hand. Your breath really can be in either direction. You just want to make sure that it's working well for you. Every time you take that exhale, you should get a deeper pull in of your deep abdominals to your spine. Maintain that press out into the band. Feel your glutes fired up, providing some support to your pelvis here. Last one to the left side. I'm going to come up, turn my chest to the right, roll down that right side, reaching with my right hand. And up and down. Check in with the glutes. Feel like those sit bones are anchored down and out into your band. And we've got 2 more on this right side. And last one. Arms out in front of you. Press out into your band. It's a slow roll down to your mat, bone by bone. And then once you're here, we're going to set up for bridging. So feet are flat on the mat, about hip width apart again, and maintain a press out into that band. So you should feel your glutes already activated, and then start to roll your spine up and down into a bridge, and roll it back down, one bone at a time. Starting with a little pelvic tilt, maintaining that openness of the band. Feel the press come from your sit bones to keep your glutes activated rather than just your knees and thighs. And now this time, hold your bridge up in the air, open and close that band. Inhale and exhale. Glutes working hard here. Feeling that motion in your hips. Abs stay in to support it. If you feel your low back tensing, you may want to lower down just a little bit. Got 3, 2, 1. Roll your bridge back down to the mat. This time we're going to add in marches to the bridge. That's going to activate, increase the activation of your gluteus maximus on one side and your low abs on the other side. So go ahead and lift up into your bridge again. And then stand into your left leg. Start to march your right leg up and down. So first and foremost, you really want to be aware that you feel the left glute supporting you. It shouldn't all be in your hamstring. And then as you pull up into the band, we're going to really find that feedback of the band so we can use our abs rather than just our quads to pull up into that band. We've got 2 more on this right side. And last one, both feet down. Then go ahead and stand into your right side. Start to lift and lower that left leg. Notice that you feel your right glute working really hard. Lift from that right sit bone, and then use your abs to pull into that band rather than your thighs. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Both feet down. Lower your spine back down to the mat. Now we're going to go ahead and curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Hands can go behind your head. If you have any reason that you shouldn't be curling up, such as osteoporosis or diastasis recti, you can just keep your head down. Otherwise, bring your legs up to tabletop. Your spine is neutral, so pelvis is level. There's just a tiny bit of space under your low back. You shouldn't be tucked up or arched away from the mat. And then now from here, you're going to press that left leg down to the mat, float it back up, and press that right leg back down to the mat. Your breath can be in either direction. I like to exhale as I press my leg down because it helps me not arch my back. Curling up higher, or if your neck is bothering you, you are welcome just to put your head all the way down flat, and you can go on working your low abs. Press from one sit bone into that band. Feel your pelvic floor, your low abs pulling in on the side that is up. Creating this work really deep into your core. Last one here. I'm going to lower down and pull my knees into chest for a little bit of a rest. We're going to go right into our Pilates 100 next, and there are a lot of options that you can take with this. I am going to bring my legs to tabletop, Find that openness of the band again, and that is going to provide a lift of my glutes, and that's going to help me get deeper into my abs. I'm going to curl up my head, neck, and shoulders, start to pump my arms quickly. You inhale for 5 breaths, and exhale for 5 breaths. Now you are welcome to put your head back down on the mat and keep pumping there, still creating that work in your low abs. Or you're always welcome to put your feet down if that keeps it out of your back, or all of that. Otherwise, your progression from this would be to straighten your legs. But wherever you are, just keep that openness of the band. That's going to provide that connection to your glutes. And that should help you keep this work into your abs. Last exhale here. Pull those knees into your chest again. Give your spine a little rock side to side, a little stretch here. And then curling the head up and going to roll all the way up to seated. And our next exercise will be rolling like a ball. So now, even as you're sitting, you are going to scoop your low abs back into a little pelvic tilt. You're going to bring your feet in a little bit closer to you. Open that band with your glutes again. And then you can start with just one leg at a time, finding that lift from deep in your low abs and pelvic floor. And then go ahead and find balance with both legs up. You're still pushing out into that band, feeling the glutes. This may be where you stay, or if you're feeling really balanced, you're going to pull your navel in, lift your sit bones up so much that you roll back onto your shoulder blades and come up in balance. You're gazing down at your feet or your navel, so you stay in this C curve the entire time. Navel in, lift those sit bones so much that you roll back and balance up. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, roll. And exhale, up to balance and rest those feet down. All right, I'm turning on to my left side now to set up for a side plank. It's going to be on my forearm. The elbow is a little bit closer in towards your body. And then lift up into your plank, first of all, with both knees bent. Shoulder down, abs, ribs in, tailbone presses slightly forward. Go ahead and bring that right leg out to the side. We're going to start to lift and lower that right leg. You should feel your left glute working really hard here to support you. And then you should feel this right glute working as well to do the kick. Reach that right leg far away from you. That will keep you out of your back. So if you have your hand on your right hip, you shouldn't feel any movement in your pelvis. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Bend both knees, lower down. Let's just take a stretch of this right side body here. So reach that left arm up. Take a little side bend, breathe deeply into that left side. And then you'll come back down on your forearm for the next variation, which is going to be a side plank with a clam. So lifting up into that side plank again. I have my right hand on my hip. Heels are going to squeeze together, and we're lifting into hip rotation. So again, you feel that right glute working really hard to do the clam. Feel your left glute working hard too to support you. Check in, ribs back, navel back, tailbone presses slightly forward towards your pubic bone. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Lower down. Just swing my legs around to the other side so I'm propped on my right forearm. Elbow a little bit closer in towards your body. And then go ahead and lift up into your plank. Send that left leg straight, and then you start to lift and lower. You should feel that right glute working really hard to support you. Left glute kicking the band up, reach that left leg long. so you don't feel any shortening in your spine. Breathing deeply. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend the knees in, press up, side stretch over. Take an inhale into that right side of your body. Exhale. And back down onto that right forearm. We've got the clams next. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up into that side plank. Make sure it's organized with ribs back, navel back, tailbone slightly forward towards your pubic bone. And then we start our hip rotation here using that left glute. Feel the right glute working really hard too. Every exhale, you're pulling the core in a little bit more. And we've got 5 and 4. Last 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Turn over so you're seated. We're finally moving that band down around your feet. You are going to come back on to your forearms here. So you're propped up with your shoulders about right over your forearms. Your spine should be neutral or a little posterior tilt, but just make sure that you're not arched here. So you may need to float your ribs down, pull the navel in, legs come up to tabletop. Now we're still pressing into the band with the right leg, especially that right glute, and feel that the abs are pulling in on the left side to pull that left knee towards you. Right leg back in. Exhale, press from that left sit bone. Use your abs, pull that right knee into your chest. So looking down at your pelvis, you should feel and see that it stays pretty level, that you're not seeing any rocking side to side or arching or tucking from where you started. Keep breathing in any way that works for you. Again, I like to exhale as I press this leg out because that prevents me from arching my back. Inhale in. Exhale, pressing out. You can always lie flat down on your back here if this body position isn't working for you. And right leg presses out last time. Pull it in, left leg out, and lower those feet down. Press up to seated and send the legs straight out in front of you. So you're going to maintain an openness of the band here. Even though the band is around your feet, you should still feel energy in your glutes here. And I'm going to feel like I'm pressing out with my hips, but I'm also anchoring down with those hips as I go into a roll back. So arms out in front of you. Exhale, curling the tailbone under, navel in. Pelvic floor lifts so you feel the pubic bone, the bottom tip of the tailbone lifting up on an imaginary line. You're going to put that low back down first, and then your ribs, and then your shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, open that band. Ground down through your hips, your glutes, your sit bones. That's going to help you use your abs better, keep you out of your hip flexors, and then you're going to come up and sit tall. The band helps you keep your sit bones anchored as you drop your hands down, rotate to the right. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, and roll your spine back down to the mat. Bone by bone. Curling that tailbone under. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, we ground down through the glutes and the sit bones. Engage through those low abs. So roll up bone by bone without momentum. Reach the arms up and rotate to the left. Feel your upper back stretching. Rotate right. Center and roll it down to the mat. Anchor those hips down. Energy in your glutes. Inhale at the bottom and exhale, roll it back up. Bone by bone. Try not to use momentum. Grow tall, rotate right. Keep those hips anchored. Press out into your band. And this is our last roll down to the mat. Take an inhale. And an exhale, take it slow. Get in deep. It's your last roll up. Arms are up. We've got that twist to the left first. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Grow tall and rest. Great job. Now you're going to turn over onto your hands and knees. You'll want the band to stay around your feet. So try your very best to do that smoothly. Making an adjustment as needed. We're still just around the feet. The toes will stay tucked under here so that you don't lose the band. So first of all, you're going to come onto all fours. And let's say the hands are maybe going to be a little bit ahead of your shoulders, more than they ordinarily would. So just hanging out here, you're going to sit your energy back into your sit bones. Press into the band, not necessarily from your feet, but more from your sit bones. And then use that work in your glutes, that lift of your low abs, pelvic floor, and you are just going to hover your knees above the mat. Make sure you're still really connected to those glutes, and then you are going to lift your hips high into a pike. Still feeling like you're sitting back into those glutes, opening that band a little bit from the glutes, and then I'm going to walk my hands slightly forward. You are going to roll your spine forward into a plank. Navel in, tailbone presses forward towards your pubic bone, and then I'm going to keep my right heel reaching back, mountain climber with that left knee. Press the left foot back without touching it down and pull forward with your abs. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, pull it with your abs. Let that band give you feedback, something to pull into. So you're getting that deep, low ab contraction. You're reaching back with that right heel. You're staying anchored back through that right glute. Exhale, pull it in. Press it back. Pull in. Press back. We've got last two. Last one. Both feet down. Drop your knees down. And just find a child's pose to stretch your back. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. And we're going to do it all over on the other side. So pressing back up to all fours. Find that press of your hips out into the band. On your exhale, scoop your abs so deep that you hover your knees above the mat. And then lift through your low abs, pelvic floor up into a pike. Make any adjustments necessary there. Curl your tailbone under and roll it forward. Back into plank. And then now we've got the right knee pulling into our chest. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, abs, pull that right knee in. Press it back without touching the foot down. Pull it in. And press back. Exhale. Inhale. Reach back through that left heel and sit bones so you feel anchored into that left glute. That's going to provide a lot of stability to your body as you're moving this right knee forward into the resistance of the band. We've got two more. And last one. Both feet back into plank, knees down, and it's child's pose. Inhale deeply into your low back. And exhale, letting all that tension go and rolling your spine up. That's it for band around your feet, so go ahead and take it off. You're going to have your arms behind you, and the band is going around your, like your forearm, just above your wrist. Come up into a tall kneel. You're going to go ahead and bring the left foot in front of you. We're setting up for a lunge here. So left foot in front. Curl those right toes under. You're going to feel your glutes work, your abs work here as you just lift up into a low lunge. You're going to maintain a press out into that band. So you feel the back of your shoulders activate. Now our motion is going to be on our exhale, stand your lunge up, hinge your chest forward, and lift the arms up to the ceiling. And then on your inhale, drop everything down. Exhale, lift from your glutes, your center, and your arms lift and press out into that band. Inhale, lunge down. Exhale, lift up, hinge. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, hinge, lift. Down. Inhale. Exhale. Lots of energy in your core is going to help you maintain your balance through these complex moves. We've got 3 and 2. This last one, we are going to hold it up. Lift those arms, squeeze the glutes, lift the navel to the spine. 10 pulses out into that band. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Feel your shoulders working hard. 3, 2, 1, and step the right leg forward to meet the left. Great job. We're on to the other side. Big step back of that left leg. Take a moment, organize yourself. You can have a wider base of support. You're going to bend your knees down into a lunge. On your exhale, you lift from your low abs, press from your glutes to hinge forward, and lift those arms up into the air. Inhale, lunge it down. Exhale, abs in. Glutes press you forward and up. Inhale, and exhale. Whole body working together. Inhale. And exhale, stand it up. That last 3. And 2. Last one, we hold this one. Arms up, abs up and in, and pulse out into that band. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Now you are going to turn towards the front edge of your mat into a wide squat. So knees and feet turned out to whatever works for you. Hips back. You're going to have your navel in. Press your tailbone forward a little bit and press your knees out so you feel your glutes work here. Band is still around your forearms in front of you. So on my exhale, I'm going to stand up, arms down, and squat down, arms up. Breath can really be in either direction. You should be working in both directions, both to squat down and to use your glutes to stand back up. Maintain that openness of the band. Give your shoulders some feedback and resistance. And we've got 3, 2, 1. Hold this squat down, press out into that band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and stand it up. All right, we are finally ready to cool it down. We're gonna go into some roll downs here. So arms stay in the same place, band stays in the same place, I should say. We're gonna inhale to prepare. On your exhale, navel in. Without arching your back, you're going to reach the arms over your head. Inhale back down. Feel how that requires you to use your abs to keep your spine neutral as you lift. Inhale back down. This time we're gonna lift those arms up the same way and hold up and start a standing roll down. Tuck your chin. Fold your ribs forward. Try to keep your weight forward into the balls of your feet so you're not shifting your weight back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Navel in. Sit bones drop down. Lift through that pelvic floor to come all the way back up. At the top, you've just got a little baby back bend. So keep the low abs in. You can press the tailbone forward. Shoulder blades down, arms back. And then roll it forward again. Scoop those abs in. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Abs working super hard to come back up. Head is the last thing to come back up. Keep pulling those abs in, pressing the tailbone forward towards the pubic bone, shoulders down, arms back, little back bend, and then we've got one more. Roll it forward. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, slow. Roll up. Navel in. Pelvic floor lifting. Sit bones reaching down. Keep all of that ab work as you press the hips forward a bit. Shoulder blades down. Just find that little extension of your upper back. And then arms down, and you have finished. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Hope that you enjoyed the workout, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so you're aware of new workouts. Thank you so much.